Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. This is Nikhil Parekh. In this video, I shall be giving you a recitation of my poem that is with title Ignite the Lamp of Humanity. This poem of mine has been published in my book that is with title Love vs. Terrorism Volume 1. Therefore, without wasting a further instant, ardently wanted to commence upon with the recitation of my poem Ignite the Lamp of Humanity. For every wish of goodness that diffused from your soul, praying to God, praying to God, praying to God to bless, praying to God to bless everyone with happiness, bliss, peace, and immortal love, even as your friends and foes virulently abused you. For every bountifully fresh sapling that you planted into barren soil, and all those others that you dreamt of sowing in fathomless fecund landscapes of mud, for every handshake of yours with complete strangers, whom you embraced in your times of happiness and crippling duress, alike for being a part of the same universe that you lived in, for every song of oneness that emanated from the innermost realms of your heart, disseminating the message of a benign existence, even as living beings all around deliberately turned into sadistic parasites. Even as living beings all around deliberately turned into sadistic parasites, for every droplet of blood that you donated for your fellow beings in distress, without worrying about your own bones, without worrying about your own bones, which had started to bizarrely display more than your skin. For every helping hand that you lent to those without sight to cross the cacophonic, buzzing street, leaving them to their destination in the spirit of undefeated human brotherhood. For every morsel of your food, for every morsel of your food that you shared with all those starving, and then miraculously felt your very own stomach, and then miraculously felt your very own stomach to be replenished without a grain, but solely with the wand of selflessness. For every wounded animal, for every wounded animal on the street that you tried to resuscitate with your love, when every one walking beside presumed it to have attained its veritable grave, for every negatively nagged comment upon you that you transformed into an optimistic opportunity, accommodating one, accommodating one and all, accommodating one and all in your diminutive dwelling, which was palatial with your love, which was palatial with your love. For every trail of yours that unflinchingly fought the most wretchedly asphyxiating of odds, that unflinchingly fought the most wretchedly asphyxiating of odds, just to ensure that the truthful voice of every God-gifted existence, just to ensure that the truthful voice of every God of every God-gifted existence prevailed, for every morbidly stagnating piece of canvas that you splashed with myriad colors and hues of a burgeoning existence, as the planet around you unraveled in its most inscrutably magical shapes and forms, for every unnecessary complexity of a frazzled existence that you solved with such childlike ease, with the universal quintessential elements of symbiotic existence, for every inconsolably wailing infant that you hugged close to your heart, lending it your name, surname, and astronomical care, after its biological parents hadn't the courage to accept it for being a girl, after its biological parents hadn't the courage to accept it for being a girl, For every bit of happiness that you spontaneously triggered amidst a pall of amidst a pall of robotically commercial gloom, by being just as how the creator by being by being just as how the creator by being just as how the creator by being just as how the creator had sent you upon the planet divine and unpretentiously natural. For every ounce of manipulative currency that you burnt, not letting anything besmirch your path of friendship and eternal love. As love was the most priceless gift from the Lord Divine, as love was the most priceless gift from the Lord Divine, Lord Divine, Lord Divine, for every bit of infallible determination that you so blissfully transmitted, inspiring every bit of human impairment to become a blessing to survive, for every poetic verse that you evolved out of sheer and vapid nothingness to perpetuate drearily beleaguered bits of survival with the scepter of magical newness, for every bit of informality that you perpetuated wherever you went, that relieved people of their unduly worries, as in you they found a friend for life who would never ever betray them the slightest, who would never ever betray them the slightest. May the entire mortal world join you in every philanthropic conquest and together become a unified voice of love, a unified spirit of existence which knew no religion, caste, color, creed, or tribe, but which only arose in uninhibited camaraderie to ignite the lamp of humanity. May the entire mortal world join you in your every philanthropic conquest. Then and together become a unified voice of love, a unified spirit of existence, which knew no religion, caste, color, creed, or tribe, but which only arose in uninhibited camaraderie to ignite the lamp of humanity, to ignite the lamp of humanity, to ignite the lamp of humanity. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hearing me. From the innermost layer of the heart, wanted to thank you for the victoriously euphoric patronization to the poetry.